What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kizzic back again. And speaking of, today's video is gonna be an interesting one because it's not my usual kind of content. I'm pretty much copying a video that some other guy made that I didn't completely agree with, and it was a video called Why You Can't Get a Girlfriend by Dynah. D-Y-N-A-H. I'll leave the video actually in the description for you guys can go ahead and watch the video yourself and form your own opinions, because I believe that if you want to form a subjective opinion on something, you should do your research first and never just go ahead and believe something that someone told you, such as myself. So I'm not saying believe 100% of everything that I'm going to say in this video, but go ahead and base it off what you've seen and your own perspectives, because in this video I'm only going to give you my perspective and my thoughts on this subject and some counterpoints to what he said in his video. So what he brought up in the video, to summarize, if you don't want to go ahead and watch that, he pretty much brought up a bunch of dating tips, such as be funny, have confidence, always ask first, never later, have common interests, go to the gym. You're by the books, pretty basic kind of advice. And I don't really want to give you the most basic advice because you probably heard it at least 100 times or more. And do not take my advice as gospel, okay? I'm only human. I make mistakes. So this is just from my personal belief and what I think. And belief is obviously subjective, okay? So let's get right into it. So number one, when it comes to the first interaction, I believe that it's either you're going to find out exactly who that person is within the first interaction. A big tell is what they're wearing, the kind of clothes that they're wearing, the kind of way that they walk, the tone of their voice, all that other kind of stuff. Those are going to be your first tells. Now, what a lot of guys do is they try to hook up with ladies that they know absolutely nothing about, and they don't do the due diligence of actually kind of getting a bigger perspective of the situation. They just think, oh, this is a girl. Oh my God, this might be the one, right? They don't obviously think about those things. What they think about first is they don't take their clothes or what they wear into a personalization matter, but more of, oh damn, she looks hot kind of deal. And I think that's my personal opinion. I think that's the wrong way to be coming at things. I think you should take it from a subjective manner. Like if she's wearing a shirt or something that you personally like, that would be an excellent talking point to start off with. Most of the time. Sometimes it won't work out. I've seen tons of videos online of guys saying, there's this one story of this guy that went up to this girl at a Starbucks. He commented her shirt, but she was obviously not into him. Because what a lady is looking for in a man is three simple things, and this is on a biological level. Sustainability, protection, and sexual drive. Okay, I'm just saying these are the three biological factual things that a woman is going to look for in a man. And what a man is going to be looking for in a woman is, one, if she looks nice, and two, if she's kind. Now, let's get a relationship down to its basic form. A relationship is when you take someone and something and you put them together. Like in the ocean, there are these small fish that consume the leftover chunks of, say, flesh from the shark's mouth. And this is what you would call a biological relationship between two individuals. And this is what a relationship is in both the animal kingdom and for people, okay? We want to have a equal for equal measure. And in today's sociological economic system, let's just call it that, let's use some big words to make myself sound smarter, that nowadays the balance between a relationship has become subsided. It's no longer even. It's like the scales of justice are tipped in one favor than the other. And when in that kind of situation or any kind of situation involving anything like that, you always want to make sure the scales are in fact equal. But today in society, the scales are in fact not equal. We do not have an equality within a relationship now. Nowadays, the woman expects you, and to be completely frank with everyone in this video, okay? I do not hate women. I don't hate anybody, okay? Unless you're a dick, then I'm gonna hate you. But besides that point, let me get back on track because I'm kind of getting off topic here. That the woman expects more out of the man and expects the man to make the first move. Like I mentioned within the first half of this video, the woman always expects the man to come up first. But when the man does come up first in today's kind of dating world or something like that, or interacting with any kind of stranger, they're always apparent. They're back. They think that, oh no, this is a man, this is a threat. And I think that there are men out there, like Delaney mentioned in this video, there are some weird people out there, but I don't think that we should always be standoffish when it comes to meeting new people. And I know there are some people out there that do not do well in social settings as much as other people do. There's extroverts and then there's introverts. And a lot of people nowadays are a lot more introverted because we are so connected and tied to the internet. Because we spend most of our time on our phones or most of our time at our work. And back in the day, a good way of meeting someone or getting into a relationship was work, because that's where you're going to spend most of your life at work. But work has become the environment to where if you try to start a, say, relationship within the workforce, you can be submitted to laws, fines. It's too dangerous. So a lot of men, instead of taking that risk, would rather be standoffish and kind of stay back because they see it as an illogical risk. How men think in logical ways. When they're proposed with a problem, they will find the simplest solution to the quickest end to the problem that they have been proposed with. When it comes to a woman, she will propose the solution more on a feeling base than, say, a factual base. And if a man is, in fact, standoffish, it's not a lack of confidence. It's a more of a fear thing. They're terrified of what can happen if they screw this up. Because in any sort of court system, the woman's going to win. Okay? No matter what happens. Okay? If she says that you did something, the court will automatically believe her. You are just completely screwed. So that was also one of the things that he brought up in his video was confidence at the very beginning there. I strongly disagree with that. I think a lot of guys are confident, okay? We as men do a lot of stupid stuff. And when we do really stupid stuff, we are 100% confident that it's going to work. When we try to straight pipe our truck using a Sawzall and just a little bit of MIG welding and all this other kind of stuff, we are 100% confident that we can do it 100% correct every single time. But like every single great man has ever said, women are in fact complicated. And like I said before, the thing that they believe is more of a feeling base. And that's the differential that I find between when it comes to men approaching women, is that men are coming in with a factual idea, while women are more of a feeling kind of thing. So I don't think it's a lack of confidence. And personally, I do believe in self-growth. I believe that if you can be a better person, you should go ahead and make yourself a better person. But I don't think you should be a better person just because you want someone else to think that you are a better person, or become a better person because you need to be a better person. You should want to be a better person. So that's just what I believe. And I also believe that women nowadays are really picky. They're very picky about the men that they want. They want him to be 6 foot. They want him to have $200,000 a year. They're very picky about which person they choose. So as soon as they know who you are, they won't get interested until they know how much you make, how much you earn, and how much you got. That's the truth in its entirety. Now, you also can have a thing called confidence, or what I like to call the magic. And to define what the magic is some people can get into a relationship being absolutely broke, completely poor, but they know exactly what to say on the exact moment. They know how to play the system. They know how to make a person like them on a psychological level baseline. And some of these guys do, in fact, have the magic. But if you're watching this video, much like myself, I'm going to assume that you don't have the magic. Just assuming. And you might know someone with the magic. I know someone with the magic. And when you meet someone with the magic, you, personally myself, I feel like I've been robbed. I feel like I've been hoodwinked. To be honest, I feel like I've been robbed. Like, this guy goes out, picks up like 5 ladies in an instant, and then there's me, and I'll try it multiple times, and they keep walking away. I actually ran, okay, I'm getting into it now, okay, guys and girls, or guys and girls, or whatever, I'm getting into it, okay? I ran a little experiment. I actually took the advice from these guru videos and put them into practice. I went up to 5 individual ladies with different personalities and different kind of social statuses, okay? Every single one of them, a minute into conversation, they kept walking away. They just walked away. And the crazy thing is, I was dressed nice, I spoke proper, I didn't bring up anything weird, I brought up the most borderline basic things, and they would still walk away. Because sometimes in life, you just aren't it. You feel like you've gone through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women over and over again, and every single time you talk to a lady, you keep getting shot down, and it kills your self-confidence. Trust me, I know how that feels, because I've done it myself. You feel like your confidence has been shot, and you think to yourself, like, is this even worth it? All this work I'm putting into, is it even worth it? So, a lot of guys nowadays are being standoffish. They don't get into a relationship because they want these ladies, because a lot of women nowadays are overconfident. They think they're the best. They think they're the prettiest. They think they're the queen, you know, kings and queens and all this other stuff. They think they're the best. So we got to hope that society gets to a point where not enough guys aren't getting in relationships to the point where all these women who think they're the bestest thing, the greatest thing in the world, start to realize, like, hey, you know, women empowerment's cool, but at the end of the day, you're gonna need a man to come in at some point and get something done. Okay? So, I don't even know how to formulate the words out of this. It's baffling to me, and it's tiring. And I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're probably tired too. Tired of the rejection, tired of doing this, tired of doing that. You have to do this, you have to do that. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you have to do all these things. And even when you do all these things, they still just don't get you. You feel like you're not being understood by the world. You feel like you're lacking in some way when you really aren't. You aren't lacking. If you are working a solid job, making a solid paycheck, moving your way through the world, you're not doing anything wrong, my guy. You're doing just fine. And I know a lot of guys seek that companionship. They seek that need to be with someone else. But what you think is a need isn't really a need. You don't have to have someone there to validate that you're doing great. You should do great because you believe that you're doing great, that you are great, okay? So, at the end of this video, I hope you learned something, okay? The real reason on why you don't have a girlfriend isn't you, it's just the women nowadays expect so much. Their standards have gotten so high because they've seen the cream of the crop for years. And I hope you learned something from this video. And I hope you're doing better later down the line. This is Kizzic. I hope you have a good day.